Here's a great look at an unmistakable venue. Welcome to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Tonight, we've got an entertaining one in store for you. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the LA Chargers.
Give it up for your Los Angeles Chargers.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
He just missed that Super Bowl a couple years ago, but Hurts and those Eagles, they got it last year, Kate. And remember, he was the MVP in that win. And kind of like he was all season, he's just a stabilizing force. He makes people around him better, and he's a Super Bowl champ to boot.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Play action. Hurts has it. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. And on 1st down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one doesn't go far.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts throwing again. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And an Eagle 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He gets it ahead, lines up with about 3. Stopped by Dayon Henley.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, all the data lately has taught us really clearly sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. To the air on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
19 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Motion man left is Brown. He gives here to the motion man. Has some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led up by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game look effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
Right to the air is Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That one's good to McConkey. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
It's a gain of 8. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, that's a run that's whole home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target and really the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Offense isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So on fourth down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Motion man left is Brown. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
So 1st down from the 41. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And that zone read goes backwards, Brock. They hand him a loss of 5.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Throw here, 3rd down. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Running with Vidal out of the gun. And gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action now for Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Idell trying this up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Herbert now off the play fake. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and things look tougher now with third and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw third and long. That one's nabbed by Allen, and they get this down to the 28. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
The Chargers, first down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. A timely interception for them there, partner. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3, maybe 6.
That QB wanted that throw back the minute it left his fingertips. You know, Peyton Manning would say, once that ball's gone, that check has been signed. And he wanted to rip that check up, and he knew it. Defense makes him pay.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. First and 10 from the 32. Back to throw, Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts now from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. play, bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. On a quick slant, he's got Allen. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out.
It's a gain of 28
He'll move the
yards.
sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Herbert on 1st down. McConkey's got it again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here's a give to Vidal. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
At the 18-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Another run for Vidal. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground with Vidal. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
A gain of 3 yards.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Vidal on the give. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. On the play fake, it's Herbert. On the left side. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers trim the lead to 1. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7.
Cameron Dicker.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
There is not a route you throw as a quarterback where timing is more important than that outcut. If you are a millisecond late in this game, with the speed of these players, that ball is far and wide.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Connects on the crosser. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down, all right, with Barkley. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here's Hurts. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
The Charger offense making its way to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Up the middle, Vidal. When he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got it first to begin the frame. Herbert gonna tuck and run. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. But not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
All right, here we go. Second down. Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Third down, Eagles opting to go with a dime here. Here he goes, third and long. This is cut downfield by Allen. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Conklin brings it in. Tackle made at the 10, first and goal coming up.
A gain of 21 more yards.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
First and goal, they're going option. And he gives himself up after a short gain. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be third and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Backed up the last 2 plays. Got to go in the right direction here. It's third and goal. Herbert now. Blitz coming. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Dicker connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Shipley now to return. He's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive starts with an option right side. And it's going to be about 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd down, they need 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hurts setting up to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
To the air on 3rd and long. Has it left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. 6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. On 4th down, Hurts. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. The Chargers and running back Imani Vidal trotting back out to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert now off the play fake. Has it downfield working the left. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now Herbert again. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, Herbert. He brings it in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Johnston. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Motioning the tight end now. On 3rd down, Herbert. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Dicker connects there. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Gibson now to return. Making some progress here. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. He's going deep. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
A gain of 40 yards. And an Eagle first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They run it with Saquon. And his progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. Has it down close. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's a sneak, Hurts. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Barkley can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
Got to manage 3 yards here. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense is down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
That right there, Kate, that right there has all the armchair quarterbacks going. Why didn't you run it? Because you take a risk when you throw it. And if you take a sack, well, now you got to kick the field goal. If you would have pounded the football, got a little bit closer, you at least give yourself a decision on 4th. I don't think you do now.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Elliott connects there, and it cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. Jukes away from 1. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. So that brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. Complete out to the right. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. This is Vidal. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper to Gene with the stop.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Vidal now from the pistol. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed 1 more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
J.K. Scott on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And in by Goddard, left side. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
So 3rd down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Braden Mann at once more for another punt. Back deep to return is Davis. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete to Keenan Allen. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. And that one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Jump off caught by his back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Herbert to throw once more. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. He'll step up, and there he goes. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Hurts looking to throw. Short pass brought in. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts throwing again. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Elliott connects there. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Jake Elliott.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now it's Vidal, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Lofts it deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. He is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
Eagles 13.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Gibson now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Tuipulotu in for the tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Dumped off to his running back. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. It's a screen to Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Motion man sent left. Hurts on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Barkley off the pistol give. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Completed left side to Smith. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
Move the chains.
First and goal,
Got to move them
Philadelphia.
chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Barkley has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 20.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Chargers getting set. First and 10. Herbert. That throw finds Coughlin. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Running with Vidal out of the gun. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Receiver in motion, going left. To throw, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
It's a gain of 3.
There's no negatives ever on a great sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. That one's nabbed by Allen. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That's another Chargers first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
The motion a receiver left. Herbert, quick out wide, complete. Oh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up first and goal.
It's a gain of
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. Vidal hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 13-point lead. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
Extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
Chargers 34, Eagles 20.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Gibson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Philadelphia.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. On the move, past the 40. Racing down the left side. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
26 yards.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Finds his back, here's Barkley. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
A loss of a yard.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Hurts now from the gun. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Cut near the goal line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It's Hurts once again. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On return, here comes Davis. Escapes the defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. They send the tight end in motion left. Vidal trying this up the gut. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Another run for Vidal. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
And I love a call like that. I think more coaches and coordinators should be more aware in the 3rd and short situation. Don't just have to throw it. Be willing to run it. And when you trust it, you can move the sticks.
Play action now for Herbert. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And they're fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
Brings up second.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
Go get him, go get him. Movement.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Catch made left side by McConkey. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the back on this play. Watch the back on this play.
Hurts a chance to run it here. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's calling his own number again. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
An 8-yard pickup. And an Eagle first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Pass complete to Goddard. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Braden Mann will kick it away. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working near his goal line. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
Herbert from the gun. On the quick slant, he's got Allen. And they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Herbert back to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's Vidal on the give. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
There's a give to Vidal. And he'll get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They stay on the ground with Vidal. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
He was brought down by Zach Bourne. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
Intended for Quentin
Well covered on that
Johnston.
play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Mitchell on the coverage.
Punting
J.K.
unit
Scott
out now.
in punt formation.
And he'll try to hit this one well. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He sent a man in motion. Hurts to throw. Got his man. That's Brown again. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17
Well, he saw his guys
yards.
pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On 1st down, Hurts. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Eagle 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Give up the guts of Bigsby. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
38-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Completed over the middle. And they hit big there on that 2nd down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Hurts now from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Throwing here, Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Desperation time here on 4th. Yet another grab for Goddard. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. One of the tight ends motions right. Running up the middle, Dillon. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Dumped off to his running back. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
34. Jake Elliott.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Chargers take over.
The Chargers and running back Imani Vidal trotting back out to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second. Throwing now, Herbert. Allen putting it in another one. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Up the middle, Vidal. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Now it's Vidal. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert. Hits him on the in route. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. To throw, Herbert. That's complete to Johnston, outright. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
This is Vidal, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 41, Eagles 34.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Shipley now to return. This makes it up to the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Let's get to that wide complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain, the space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Hurts tucks it, starts running. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. One of the best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him the 1st.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought in the defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Eagles down by 7. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that 1st. Here he is to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, The defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off Cam Hart. And the Chargers make the play that should win them this game. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
The Chargers and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.